Nee, lekker. Ik weet wat ik precies wat het is. Ik moet een beetje werken, maar het is setting.
As long as you guys are okay.
Maar het is een nieuwe formule.
Okay. Let's start.
How we doing this?
No, just
Faf first.
yeah, then Heinrich.
Faf, just in terms of the game tonight, you get a lot more out of tonight than possibly the first two games?
Yeah, it was really good to see, especially the batting tonight. A few guys getting in and playing some really good innings, which is something we would have liked to see a little bit more throughout the series. The bowling, as we said before, was really good all three games. And even today on a really good wicket. Very happy with the way that Imran opened up the innings. That's something that is just adds a bit of different dimension to us as a bowling attack. So very happy that he did that well for someone that hasn't done it a lot in the past. And then also with the batting, as I said, a few guys chipping in. But Risa and obviously Klaasen played two really nice innings just to take us over the line.
Just on the Imran bowling, opening the bowling, and so in the past he hasn't been keen to bowl in the power plays. What's convincing otherwise?
Yeah, it's just about adding some firepower. You know, a lot of guys these days are so used to facing pace on as the opening pair, and you get one or two guys in the circuit that potentially isn't as good against spin straight up with a new ball. So, you know, from the brain's trust thinking, it will be to expose that. Whenever that will come across our path, if that's in the World Cup, then so be it. But at least he's got some opportunity to try it out before then.
Just on that, he's always been a key component of your bowling attack in the middle order. Does that not rob you of a couple of overs?
It does if you're only playing one spinner, but if you're playing Shamo with him as well, then he's got the same X factor through the middle. So potentially, if you're only playing him, if you do that, you can't do it for too long because, as you rightly say, he's very good in the middle periods. But I've also noticed that some teams understand his threat in the middle and they're just trying to knock him off by playing him, you know, even if it was 4 runs and over. And we want Imran to always try and keep wickets because the best way to stop a team is to take wickets. And today also, you know, to bring KG on after 9 overs or so, he bowls for 4 overs in that middle period, which is really nice to have as a captain.
Just on Delstein, what you've assessed from him over the last 2 games, and how ready do you think he is to actually have a solid spot in the bowling line?
I think what Dale's done is he said that he certainly put a peg in the ground to say that he's still very much good enough to play one-day cricket for South Africa. And it's nice for us because, as I said before, you know, the holes are slowly but surely starting to fill up. We need 3 wicket-taking fast bowlers, and we've got that with the 3 seamers that we've got in Dale and Lungi and KG, and they're very different. As you saw today, Dale's he's still bowling quick, but he's also got his skill factors right up there. So very happy with the 3 of them where they are.
Happy? Thanks. Can you just swap around just to make the nights easier? Thanks, Khalid.
So, Heinrich, made an off-century. How does it feel personally?
Very nice. Would have liked to have a red inker behind that as well, but for the first one, very pleased.
Yeah, it's the second time that you went out close towards the end of your innings. What do you think is actually doing there?
Just need to start hitting it in the middle at the back end. Yeah, it's 2 long ups that got me out there at the back end, but yeah, there's nothing technical, nothing mentally on it, so it's just need to hit it out of the middle next time.
Just in terms of the way the team is playing and the way they want to play, does that suit your game in terms of just getting the ball out of the ground?
I don't think it's about hitting the ball out of the ground. It's just to have, like Faf says, the positive mindset, play positive brand of cricket. That means you need to graft a little bit, like the first 2 games at Kimberley and Bloemfontein, and you have to do that as well. It's not all about just hitting fours and sixes, but it's about playing those long innings, try to put pressure on the bowlers, and that's what I like to do as well.
And just from the Indian series, you obviously did well in the white ball stuff, and it's going well again. Are you thinking ahead to in a couple of months' time as a World Cup down there?
Yes, but I changed my mindset about that as well. I had a good chat with Boucher about it, and I fell in that trap before, from amateur cricket to franchise cricket. Tried to get selected for the multiply Titans, and that had a big impact on my game at amateur cricket. And I don't want to fall back into that trap. So at this moment, I'm just focusing on series by series and asking the right questions. And the only way of doing that is putting the runs on the board and do the work behind the stumps.
I didn't feel to be the first choice keeper for the series. What was that like?
It's nice. It always gives you confidence. That's how I play my cricket, behind the stumps normally. Try to be a little bit different last season. Try to bowl a couple of 4 overs off spin. But at this moment, you also want to be the next keeper in line if Quinton gets injured, which we don't, or hope he doesn't get injured. But if he gets injured, you want to be the first guy that come into play there. So for me, is to secure that spot initially as a backup keeper. But also, I think there's opportunity to play in the team as well, just as a pure batter. So for me, getting the gloves give me obviously a bit of confidence. But yeah, for me, it's more about playing as a batter than a keeper.
How big an influence has Bombard been on your
Massive. I think it's a lot of coaches that help me as well. But over the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons, he played a massive mental role on my game. He gave me the backing going up 4 in 4-day cricket, and sometimes opening the white ball stuff, getting me up the order, not just batting 5, 6 every time. So just to give me that confidence to go play a natural game, give myself a little bit of time before I go and play quite the positive cricket.
And it's just, I presume wherever they need you back and you back, but it seems like that's shaping up as the finisher. Is that a role that you enjoy?
Definitely. My whole life I've been a guy that batted 5, 6, 7. So I'm quite accustomed to that role, and it filters into my game and the way I play. And I also feel that that's a place where you need different types of cricket in your own game as well. If you need to graft a little bit to get your team out of trouble, or if you need to go at 8 and over, I think my game suits all those roles. So I've been doing it for my whole career, so I feel like that's filtering nice into my game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trent.
Guys.
guys?